Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl with another edition of Business Spotlight. We're here at Bio-Reference Laboratories at 123 Dunham's Corner Road, a very convenient location. And as we know, we always like to talk about shopping in East Brunswick, participating with our local retail establishments. Here we're at a laboratory facility which offers a unique way of treating their patients as opposed to some of the competitors which are much larger in size but may not have that home treatment that you're going to find here at Bio-Reference. Stephen, nice to meet you. You got a beautiful location here. Why don't you just briefly describe what Bio-Reference does here?
Sure. Bio-Reference is a clinical laboratory, and this is our patient service center, often referred to as PSCs. And this is a draw location for patients to come and have their blood work, urine, etc. collected, when physicians require them to have that work done. We are open 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. to 3. We also have hours on Saturday, 8 to 12. And patients can walk in here and get their blood work done at any time. We do not require appointments like some of the larger competitors do. So we're a walk-in facility, and our volume is such that it enables patients to literally come in and 95% of the time be seen immediately, get their blood work completed, and leave in a quick manner.
My question is always like businesses that open up in East Brunswick. Why East Brunswick?
Well, East Brunswick has a tremendous number of, obviously, physicians in the area. We're very close to Cranberry Road, where there are a number of them. And we realize that this is a big hub with a number of towns close enough by. Obviously, the population in East Brunswick is very large, but even South River, Old Bridge, those types of areas. So we wanted to have a presence here. We have 3 draw centers currently in Middlesex County, one in Metuchen, one in Woodbridge, and we wanted one here in East Brunswick based on the reality of the patient population.
And one of the things we talked about briefly before we went on camera is the fact that you're a local New Jersey company.
Sure. Yes, we were established in the early 80s, 1981 to be exact, up in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. Dr. Mark Rodman is the chief physician who created the company many years ago. We've been there ever since. We employ over 4,000 people here in our company. And we are very proud of the work we've done through a lot of science innovation and things that we do unique that have made us the largest regional lab in the country and the 4th largest lab basically in the country.
Stephen, a lot of times when patients come in, particularly with the young ones, they may be tentative with respect to, their blood being drawn. What kind of training goes into your staff to make them feel more comfortable as that procedure?
Sure. Our phlebotomists are obviously trained and certified technicians. In the case here, Marizo, our phlebotomist, our full-time phlebotomist who works here, has been with Bio over 7 years and has been drawing blood for over 20 years. She's a wonderful phlebotomist with wonderful skills. She does both pediatric and geriatric draws as well as obviously everyone else, and she has great skills. So there's generally not very many issues related to the draws. Again, it's usually a pretty painless situation, as much as a blood draw can be painless.
I think when people look and have to go to a lab based on their doctor's recommendations, I think they're looking for 2 things. One is convenient, can I get out quickly? And 2, what kind of insurance will the lab take so that I know that I'm covered? Can you talk a little about your insurance coverage?
Absolutely. That's one of the things and one of our primary reasons that we are very convenient for most patients. We're the only lab in New Jersey that participates in all networks. That basically means that any patient with any insurance we are able to take and be in network. You often hear the really small labs say they can take everyone. They're usually not in network, and they're kind of working around the system, or the large labs who only can participate in some insurances. Because we're a regional lab and we don't have to compete on a national level, we are in every network. In addition to that, and those networks are obviously the large ones, Aetna, United Healthcare, Horizon, Cigna, etc. In addition to that, we obviously participate with all the federal and state programs for Medicare and Medicaid. And in addition to that, we think we have the best program for those patients who are uninsured. We know that's a population that's sadly growing at times, and even if it's a transient group in between employment, it is a difficult reality. Most patients will budget for their doctor visit, but when the doctor says they need blood work, they get very nervous about what that cost will be. So we have a program that will allow patients, if uninsured, to get that discount of 70% on their blood work. That gives them a little comfort to know that they can come get blood work done as their physician requests and not get hit with a large bill. So a 70% discount is pretty significant. It's a really simple program. They're given a card from their physician who is obviously requesting the blood work, and they just have to present that card and their blood work will be reduced significantly.
That's very commendable on you and the company to handle patients like that. Let's just go over some basics. Your location here and what your phone number and hours are.
Sure. We're located at 123 Dunham's Corner Road. Again, our hours are Monday through Friday, 7 to 3, as well as Saturday, 8 to 12. Our phone number is 732-955-6597. You can also go on the internet for bioreference.com and find all of our locations. Sometimes it's more convenient for a patient to go somewhere where their work, or on their way to work or such. So you always have opportunity to do that, and all of our facilities work the same way. They're walk-in facilities, and our volume is such that, again, as I had indicated, you can just kind of usually most times come in, get your blood work, and go home, which is a nice benefit.
I can only speak for myself personally. Sometimes you go to the doctor, and you do get that referral to go to a lab, and then you think, oh my God, I got to make an appointment. I got to look at my calendar. What's from your perspective do I need an appointment to come in here always?
No, no appointment necessary. We are a walk-in facility, so there's never an appointment required. You can come in at any time that's convenient for you. It works generally well that way for most patients. If they are seeing their doctor and they have time, they'll go right then for blood work. If they're fasting and want to go before work, they can come here as early as 7 a.m. But there is no appointment required for a visit. I know the larger labs, our competitors, require an appointment under most circumstances, and usually it's a week or more out to even get that appointment. So it becomes sometimes inconvenient for them. That's where the convenience of a Bio-Reference comes in handy.
In labs such as this, I mean, I would assume that a lot of your testing, if not all your testing, is governed by certain standards set by the state.
Absolutely. We're required to follow all of the Department of Health regulations, and we need to be licensed by a number of different authorities. We are, as I said, a very large lab here in New Jersey, so we have to follow all the appropriate rules, all the appropriate regulations that are required by law.
That's great, because I think that gives, consumers that level of comfort that whether you think you're going to the biggest company or any company in the state of New Jersey, that we're all going to follow the same rules that are set by the state.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're required to meet those standards, and we do. We're licensed appropriately. All of our facilities, including this facility, are licensed appropriately, so there's no issues there.
Well, I commend you, because I've come from a retail experience with myself, and sometimes, there's always this misconception that the smaller type businesses don't offer as much, and I always found it's just quite the opposite, because we're especially attuned to providing the service that the big guys just can't do anymore.
Well, we find ourselves, we think, uniquely positioned. There are very small labs in New Jersey, and we're not one of those, which is good. We feel we have access to insurances, access to testing. We do literally 98% of the testing we perform ourselves here in New Jersey. We're right size, as we feel. We're the fourth largest lab in the country, but we're not as big as the large, very large national commercial labs. So we have all the infrastructure, we have all the technology, and everyone should feel very comfortable using Bio-Reference from a technical perspective, and obviously with our access to all the insurances, making life very easy, we hope, for the patients.
Sounds like the best of both worlds.
Yes, that's the goal.
I appreciate you spending some time with myself and the residents of East Brunswick, introducing Bio-Reference Labs here at 123 Dunham's Corner Road. It's not the type of thing that when we talk about Shop East Brunswick that you're going to go out and say, oh, I'm going to wake up this morning and go to a lab. But seriously, if there needs a time that your doctor recommends getting some lab work done, I'd highly recommend that you stop here at Bio-Reference at 123 Dunham's Corner Road and get some great service, and your lab results will be surely sent to your doctor in an appropriate time. Again, thanks for watching, and Shop East Brunswick.